Hey, how you doing? Good evening. Well, I guess I should say good afternoon. Thank you for joining, Newtsy, and anybody else lurking about. I have some stuff to show, some stuff I would like to discuss before I start playing Half-Life 2. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're ready to get comfy, because I'm probably going to be here all day. Probably. We'll see. I don't think I have anything else planned today. I wanted to be on yesterday, but the time just flew by. I was sitting here getting things prepped and talking to people and lurking in people's stuff, and just suddenly, poof! And then suddenly, I forgot I was supposed to watch a movie. Did you hear that? I feel like I heard a noise. I don't know if that was me or something else. But, yeah, I got new art, got new emotes from Kipes. The lovely Kipes has done the majority of my emotes. I have turned his 8-bit style ones into animated ones because they look pretty good and I'm out of slots. So, here's the two new ones. We get the plea. It just kind of shows out from the side. I like the wah emote a lot. Just wah! It's really, really good. Very much like that. Take a swig of water. I also had. Let me appear for you because we're gonna be looking at stuff. I gotta move Twitch chat though. What you up to, Newtsy, though? How's your day been? Here is the new art that I posted in the server. There's more stuff coming, actually. I got a couple surprises in before the new year ends. But yeah, this is the Christmas drawing that I got from the creator of Tadashi. We both made Tadashi. Requiring your Christmas tree with my fan. Ooh! Plastic or real? I appreciate you for stopping by during a time where you're busy. The fact that anybody would take out their time to just be here, sometimes it's just like, man, life's busy, and you choose to come here. It means a lot. Real bark and sap. Dang! My tree's a plastic one, but it's gotten a lot of use since 2017. It used to have lights on it, but I had to take it off because just don't get trees with lights. They always go out. Plastic is fine. True. But yeah, we'll be playing Half-Life 2 here in a minute. But my friends and I did a Game of the Year of all the decades. We picked some of the best games. We have a lot of acquired tastes, I guess. But they're very popular picks of those years. And I wanted to show you the type of games that I would pick Game of the Years over the years. Let me swap it. Let me zoom in. So they started in 1989 apparently, which is after Zelda and Mario Bros came out to save gaming. For the most part, revolutionized different ways. Not all perfect and sunshine and rainbows, but where did my Twitch chat go? There we go. I got you misplaced. But yeah, we might switch to other things because Half-Life 2 is very, very short. I think the environmental impact of both is very similar. Yeah. Turns out, to create things, we must destroy things in the process. It's a heavy, heavy discussion and topic to tackle. But this will be a video on what would be my picks of Game of the Years over the past 20, 30 years almost. And yeah, I think Tetris. I wanted to put Mother 1 NES, but the game's a little rough around the edges. The game has been perfected and polished and was basically good, amazing on release. It's one of those video games that's just like, you have to pick Tetris. But I would say emotionally, I'm more attached to Mother. Mega Man 2 pretty cool, and I think DuckTales, and SimCity and Mega Man 2 or Final Fight are also very, very good picks. I'm gonna try to go through these kind of fast, but I want to explain a little bit about why I picked them. Super Mario World, I think, is probably very obvious. It's the sequel to Super Mario Bros. 3, which just damn. Most memorable levels in a 2D Mario, probably. Lots and lots of secrets in the overworld design, and it's just one of those you boot up and you get a big old smile on your face. I think F-Zero, I would pick Punch-Out! And Metal Gear 2 over F-Zero and Mega Man 3, probably, if I had played them. Same with Secret of Monkey Island. I still haven't played Secret of Monkey Island. And it's kind of impressive that Secret of Monkey Island is 1990. I didn't realize. But yeah, I'm not the biggest Mega Man fan, but I like Mega Man. 91's also very hard. I can't believe they came out with a sequel to Monkey Island the next year. That's just the nature of video games back in the day. They could just release sequels in the same year if they wanted to. Street Fighter 2's an amazing pick. I really, 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 really like Final Fantasy IV. I haven't ever completely finished it, but I can see where it goes. I played the DS remake mostly. Super Castlevania 4 is also just incredible and fun and awesome, but I never did play the old Sid Meier's past before 3, so I can't speak to them. Street Fighter 2 is iconic for many reasons. The birth of fighting games, really. But yeah, these would be my pick. Legend of Zelda is just incredible. Link to the Past. Incredible. We got 92 with Sonic the Hedgehog 2. This is a rather controversial year for some people. 92 feels like it would have different video games on here. Let me turn it down a little bit. It's also kind of loud on here. I like this list going through. I have not played enough old games to vote on this at all. It's just my friend group's personal picks of the years. We basically took inspiration from the Video Game Awards, which I will also discuss the Video Game Awards this year. It was actually a really good year, I think. I mean, as good as it could be, as good as it can be. But it's fine. You haven't played these games. They're all there. Alone in the Dark, you Birth, Resident Evil, essentially. So it's one of the early, like, 3D tension-building horror games, which you'd think would be my cup of tea, but I don't care about Alone in the Dark at all. It influenced Resident Evil, and that's all that I care about. I don't think it's a particularly amazing game, but for the time and place it was made, it was revolutionary, and it has impact. I love Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I might even like Sonic the Hedgehog 2 more than Sonic the Hedgehog 3, which is insane to say. But I really like Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I go back to Sonic the Hedgehog 2 a lot. It's got Chemical Plant Zone, dude. Emerald Hill Zone's different from Green Hill Zone. It's just the perfect sequel, and it captured everything the first game was supposed to, and more. Shin Megami Tensei is something I haven't really finished myself, so I can't really attest. I have played it. It's really awesome. I love Shin Megami Tensei. And I will probably be playing more Shin Megami Tensei on this channel very soon. Final Fantasy V is also another game I haven't technically played and finished. I mean, I've touched it. It's really cool. I think Dragon Quest V might be a little bit more important than Final Fantasy V, because Dragon Quest V basically spawned the monster collecting aspects, which went on to inspire Pokemon. So I think I will probably change my vote to Dragon Quest V. I'm more of a Final Fantasy person than a Dragon Quest person, because I find Final Fantasy's mix of art styles of medieval and gothic, and just its fantasy is more appealing than Dragon Quest is vanilla fantasy experience, I think, which is probably why it did way better in the West at the time. But Dragon Quest is good. Don't worry. It's good. 93. Doom, of course. Doom ruled 93. I mean, above all these games, Doom smashes the competition. By miles and miles and miles. You can argue Myst is very important for first-person puzzle or whatever. I don't remember if Myst was first-person when it first came out. I think it might have been it was like a slideshow. I don't know. The games back then were very strange. I really like Mortal Kombat 2. Not picking Mortal Kombat 2 is not it's a bit of a bummer, but good year for violent video games. I don't think the old Mortal Kombats are very technically amazing games, but they're cool aesthetics. When I get home, I'm going to send on some of the Doom Christmas WAD. Good. I need something to play on Christmas. Or rather, close to Christmas time. So I picked Myst because it's a lot of puzzle games and it's very inspirational. A lot of people like the vibes. I think Mega Man X is the most polished Mega Man game, period, probably. Is what an upgrade. That was basically just a huge leap for Mega Man, an enormous one. It's amazing that we got the X before 94. We got 94. 94 is a very special year because it basically birthed some of the most influential games of all time. Final Fantasy VI, Doom 2, Super Metroid, Earthbound, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and of course Shin Megami Tensei 2. Shin Megami Tensei 2 is a lot like Shin Megami Tensei 1, but different. And Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I would feel dirty not picking that over. I want to put Doom 2, but I don't like Doom 2's maps as much as I like Doom 1's. I like booting, I will boot up Doom 1 any day. Doom 2 is I'll think about it. That's not to say Doom 2 is bad at all. It's just, I prefer Doom 1. I like Doom 1 a lot. But a lot of the additions in Doom 2 were excellent. Perfect follow-up. Earthbound and Super Metroid, though, are so influential and impactful. You could argue that Sonic 3 and Knuckles is lesser than Doom 2, which is fine. I just personally really love the soundtrack of Sonic 3 and Knuckles and gameplay a lot. Earthbound is, of course, spawned Undertale and many other Earthbound clones in the indie game scene as a whole. And Super Metroid, there's a reason why they call it Metroidvania. It was really hard to pick. If it was my personal pick, I'd go with Earthbound. I will play Earthbound many more times than I play Super Metroid, probably. But I could see myself interchangeably loving these, like, switching Earthbound and Super Metroid around. Super Metroid is probably the definitive game of '94. Just because Metroidvania is such a big deal. But Earthbound tugs at my emotional strings. So, I put it there. 95 is also a tough year. These choices are good. Yeah, my friends and I have taste. We all pick Tokimeki Memorial. Oh yeah. That's the action button review game. Konami. I haven't played this, so I wouldn't know. I don't think anybody on my friend group has extensively played it, but I could be wrong. I have not played, I have no mouth or full throttle yet, but I will play them on stream eventually. Chrono Trigger is my personal favorite of 95. I think Chrono Trigger is one of the most well-polished JRPGs and one of the most well-polished and amazing video games on the SNES, period, and still holds up like none other, even more than Earthbound. It holds up better than Earthbound. It says a lot. Chrono Trigger is the definitive JRPG experience, in my opinion. It may be a vanilla choice. I don't care. But Chrono Trigger has music like you never heard, and I cannot believe they've got that on the SNES, honestly. There's so many mechanics in Chrono Trigger that are just so fun and appealing and engaging. Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island is my comfort game, and I love Donkey Kong Country 2, but it's one of those games I haven't really finished myself, but I love very dearly. These other three choices are great, but I have yet to experience them in full, so I can't really in good conscience pick them, or say one way or the other. 96, guess just wait till we get to 98 though. We got Parappa the Rappa, Resident Evil, Fire Emblem, the genealogy War of the Holy War. I have not played that. Quake Mention and I Arrive is Fated Arrival. It's even funnier because redacted, because I didn't mention that I was going to go over this anywhere that I posted it. I was like, welcome on there. I wanted to talk about this before. I was going to stream this yesterday, but it just didn't get around to it. My personal pick of 90... Basically, this is a list of my friends put together for our Discord server, our Game of the Years throughout the years, because we wanted to do our own Game Awards, do 6 picks. But yeah, Quake, important. I chose for 98 Tetris, Mother, and Mega Man 2, because it's the NES era still coming. And then SNES, Super Mario World, of course. I would pick Secret of Monkey Island or Metal Gear 2 if I had played those, but I haven't really played them. So I can't in good conscience vote for something I haven't truly experienced. I could tell you, Redacted Cat, you like Metal Gear Solid 2. I was watching you play it. Final Fight, with no win, Death 2. I don't know if I've actually played Final Fight, or have seen it. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 2, watching you play that was a lot of fun yesterday. Also, let me give you a shout out. This isn't my usual streaming hour, so not a lot of people here, but that's fine. If anybody wants to watch VODs, it'll well be here. Anyway, I just wanted to clear through these since you just joined. And of course, Link to the Past, Final Fantasy IV, Castlevania 4 are my picks of 91. I haven't played the old Sid Meier Civilization games. I've only played 3 and up, so I can't attest to those. Monkey Island 2, I can't believe, like I said, I can't believe they released Monkey Island 2 a year later, but I guess that's the whole point of asset flips. Asset reusage. From Software knows how to make video games fast. Just make it again. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Shin Megami Tensei, and I switched from FF5 to FF Dragon Quest V because it spawned and influenced Pokemon, pretty much. But yeah, go watch Redacted Cat if you wanna have some more Newtsy would appreciate you streaming Doom and Quake, I'm sure. Newtsy here loves Doom, for sure. I don't know about Quake. Classic first-person shooters, probably. The boomer shooters. Redacted Cat plays a lot of those, so if you haven't watched Redacted Cat, you should. And of course, 93, Doom will be my pick. One of the most important video games ever made. We wouldn't have Steam without it. Gabe Newell over there working at Microsoft and seeing Doom outsell software that he helped make. I can't remember if he helped make or just marketed it, but Windows 95 was being overthrown by Doom because everybody was just playing fucking Doom at their homes and at the office. And of course, 94, it's, like I said, interchangeable with Earthbound and Super Metroid. I would put them both in first if I could, but I can't. Sonic 3 and Knuckles behind. I feel like Doom 2, I don't like Doom 2's map design as much as I like Doom 1, but it's a very good game, regardless. 95, Chrono Trigger, Mario World, and Donkey Kong Country 2. 96 is where we're at. This is what I picked. I picked Mario 64. I have the most nostalgia. I grew up with the N64. It was my first console. So, of course, I'm going to pick Mario 64. And, of course, Pokemon. The Pokemon fever is still set in and on fire and still going. And I don't understand how. But it's... Ever since 99, 98, Pokemon. Pokemon technically released in the US in 98. But it came out in Japan 2 years prior. And my friend who compiled this list compelled to put it in 96. And Quake. Wouldn't have be 3D shooters. Wouldn't be the same without Quake. So, everybody copied id. 97. This is when the list starts getting real hard. I just found out about Moon last night. I might have known about it prior, but apparently that's the game that really influenced Toby Fox. It's a game where it's an RPG where you can not fight everybody and talk to everyone and become friends or something of that nature. And it actually looks really unique. I'm probably going to play that on stream someday. Maybe even next year. Or maybe I'll wait until 2027 then replay that for its 30th anniversary. Who knows? It's really, really hard for me to not pick Symphony of the Night here. I didn't grow up with Symphony of the Night. I've tried many, many times to get into it. Every time I get into it, I'm cursed. Because I either get my saved wiped, I lose interest, I get lost, or what was the last one? I usually just end up losing my progress somehow, in some way. But Symphony of the Night absolutely deserves to be on the list. Tactics is one of those video games where I've tried to get into, and it is just nigh impossible. That game is freaking hard. That game demands a lot. But of course, 97 is going to be FF7. You know it is. It's one of the most important video games pushed out ever. So, it's a boring, bland pick, but I love FF7. I love its theming. I love its characters. I love its universe. I love its story. It's FF7. Like, you don't need to know. And of course, GoldenEye, 007, mission structure, multiplayer. Just so many good times playing GoldenEye. It does not hold up great, but it's great if you mod it and fix the controls and everything else, but I like Rareware growing up, so I had a lot of fun playing this with my cousin back in the day. Fallout is something I was really late to. I played that in like 2010, I think. When I played Fallout, Fallout 3 was my first Fallout, because of course. But Fallout, when I came back to Fallout, I was just shocked. I was like, how much was in and borrowed in 3? Everything. Everything from Fallout 1 was in Fallout 3. I was like, holy shit, okay. They just took the IP and, yeah. So everything that was new to me was in Fallout 3. And I'm sure a lot of people are new. Came with Fallout 1. It's hard to get info for ones not used to it, but Fallout 1 and 2 are the best ones. You're right. You're right. I believe you. I came close to finishing Fallout 1, but I think I got stuck. I just didn't really have internet access to get past. But I've come close. I put a lot of time in Fallout 1. I even tried to stream it a long time ago. It was a bad decision. Not a lot of people want to watch CRPGs, especially when you're first starting out. I played that like 3 years ago, 4 years ago almost. No, it would be 3. But I had fun streaming it. Fallout 1, 2, New Vegas are basically the trilogy, actually. So true. I have a soft spot for Fallout 3, of course. But New Vegas is definitely the better one. New Vegas is in the same areas as 1 and 2. And 2 is ultra mean. Saves come in straight to, yeah, I've touched 2 and it's a lot of fun. It's cool stuff. I didn't play it as much as the first game, but it was unique and awesome. So I had to pick Fallout, at least. It was really hard. I wanted to put Fallout over GoldenEye, but I have too much nostalgia for GoldenEye, unfortunately. 98, no surprise. Ocarina of Time is one of the most definitive games. It's, of course, you know, anybody who's online is probably going to say sick of hearing about Ocarina of Time, of course. But lock-on targeting was very important. It was one of the most revolutionary games that came out. It's fucking slam dunk. And I love the music. I love the world, the overworld. It's one of those games where I can just boot it up and not do anything and be happy because I'm just playing. No Tekken 3. Another death to you. I want to. I have deep-rooted nostalgia for Tekken 3 because I used to play it with my father growing up, and it hurts. It hurts not being able to pick it. But it would be the 4th pick, I promise. I have not played Grim Fandango yet. I have seen gameplay of Grim Fandango, but I have not played. And Resident Evil 2, that's also a hard one. Like, not having Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 2 is probably higher on my list over Metal Gear Solid, because I've experienced it more, grew up, but PlayStation, man, God. I wanna get more PlayStation 1 games, and I have a mini PlayStation 1 that I can boot up in a CRT. Now, I actually bought Tekken 3 on PlayStation recently. I found a copy out in the wild that wasn't scratched to Kingdom Come and was actually, like, well kept up. So I was like, holy shit, I have Tekken 3 now. Yeah, Half-Life is Half-Life. Is, like, so important. So, like, you could pick Half-Life over Zelda, and I wouldn't even, like, bat an eye. You could pick Metal Gear Solid over these, and Tekken 3 and Resident Evil 2, even Grim Fandango, I'd probably understand. I'd understand Grim Fandango a little bit less than the other ones, as first, but Metal Gear Solid 1 is insane. And Half-Life is Half-Life, man. Set-piece moments wouldn't be the same without it. I'm not... 99 was really rough to pick, because I'm just not the... I just didn't grow up with these games as much as I did with everything else. I have not played Planetscape Torment, nor do I know anything about it, or nor have I seen gameplay or anyone play it, so it's hard to say. It looks like a really cool CRPG though. Shenmue is Shenmue. I wouldn't blame anybody who said Shenmue is their favorite of the year. Same mentions Boulder Gate 1 too. Yeah, it looks like it. Planetscape Torment is a game I've heard good things about. It looks really, really good. I would love to play it when I'm 60 years old, probably. That's the thing about video games now, is you have to pick and choose, and like, you never know which game you're gonna love more than the other one. System Shock 2 is weird because it's like, I've never really played it. I see the appeal, and I understand how important it was for a lot of immersive sim and other video games, but it just never, like, it was after my time, I guess. System Shock 2 has a remastered to make my Night Dive, and I will probably play that on stream too. I'm interested in trying it out for sure. I've seen images and stuff of it, but I'm surprised it's never been like... It looks like it's really up my alley, but I just never like clicked with me. Just never really wanted to play it. Never really sought it out. I probably have it in my Steam library. It's crazy good. Yeah, I know. I heard a lot of good things. I know stuff about it, but not a ton, but enough to say that it would be my third pick. I am a Pokemon kid, so yeah, Gold and Silver, very nostalgic for me. You could reverse these in any order. 99 is kind of a gimme, or not really a gimme, but just a battleground of good games. Third Strike is amazing, of course. Side build is the way. Changes the game fully for how it's played and legit great. Exactly. And of course, going back to Zelda in 2000, I have no idea which I like more, Majora's Mask or Ocarina of Time. I really can't tell you which one I love more. They're parallel. They're side by side to me. I love the theming and music and story of Majora's Mask more, of course, but Majora's Mask dungeons are kind of... they're whatever. They're okay. They're good. And people hating on the water temples in either one are kind of silly. I think both of them are pretty good. The Great Bay Temple's a bigger offense to me than the water temple in Ocarina of Time, funnily enough. The place is confusing, man. All those water systems moving around. Majora's Mask. My pick, 2000. I remember getting that for Christmas. I remember opening it. I love telling the story because it's sad. But, I got Majora's Mask for Christmas, alright? So I'm looking at the box and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to go home and play this. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. Because I'm a little kid. And I'm just staring at the manual the entire time. But on the box, you know, it says you can't play without the stupid red expansion pack. So I get home and I plug it in. And of course, you know, it doesn't work. 'Cause I'm hopeful that somehow it works anyway. And so that didn't work. And then the next day, probably the next day or two, we go to the rental store. And I rented Donkey Kong Country 64. I get back home, and guess what? Donkey Kong 64 doesn't work. Because you need the fucking expansion pack to play either of those games. So my mom's like, okay, we'll go to, you know, we have to drive out to the big city to get the item we need. Because we were living in a small town. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is nuts. Deus Ex and D2. Oh yeah, they're so good. God, they're so good. Deus Ex is something I've not really experienced for myself, but I've seen footage of, and I've seen speed runs, and I know about it. I respect it at a distance. I'm a big Diablo and Blizzard. I'm a big Blizzard person, especially Maledito. Ah, yeah, so good. Action Button also did a video on this one, so it's another one on the pick here. I love Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I have the least experience with Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2. I definitely have more experience with 2 than... But Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was my for interjection to Marvel vs. Capcom. So, yep, Diablo 2, I got to play as a kid. I didn't really play Deus Ex, I didn't have access, but I would definitely like to play it. 2001 is also a really hard one, because Silent Hill 2, Metal Gear Solid 2, and Halo, Smash, Grand Theft Auto, Eco. You could tell Silent Hill 2 is more... I had Metal Gear Solid 2 picked over Silent Hill, because I think Silent Hill 2's gameplay and such aren't great. It's fine. It's serviceable. It gets you from point A to point B. The game, spooks you. It takes advantages of all the sound design, like the 3D environments. It's just... it's more important to me than Metal Gear Solid 2, but Metal Gear Solid 2 is also just predicts everything in current day life. Is more impressive to me than Silent Hill 2. And I don't know. Silent Hill 2 is more personal to me. But Metal Gear Solid 2's gameplay and story are so batshit insane that I can't believe how well it holds up. So I don't know. I really can't tell you which one I prefer over the other. I'm more of a Silent Hill kid, probably. I grew up people loving Solid 2 more than 2001 was a cracked year, for sure. GTA 2 notwithstanding. God, it's just... I'm a big Halo kid as well, so... Halo Combat Evolved was enormous. So much fun playing split screen and co-op and just screwing around. I'm not the biggest GTA person, but I had fun. I had fun playing it as a kid, turning on cheat codes. Of course, I can't really respect the story as a kid and the characters, and it was funny. It was funny as a kid, Anytime somebody would swear, as a kid, I would just laugh. 2002, Metroid Prime, without a doubt. I wanted to put Remake at the top, but Metroid Prime is like a flawless video game, minus, I guess, the artifact collecting. Flawless transition to 3D, unlike any other. Set Radio not being on there. It's good aesthetic game, but it's not like the best gameplay game. It's fun, it's cool, I like it. But Morrowind, I didn't really grow up loving Morrowind. I've not really tried too hard to go back to Morrowind, but I will actually be streaming Morrowind someday. So I would love to stream Jet Set if the music wasn't going to get copyrighted, but I suppose I could stream it once and then never again. I don't know. It would just be a completely muted stream afterwards. I can't really put it on YouTube. So, sucks that I can't do that. Metroid Prime, I play. It's one of the first few games I beat as a kid. I was able to beat that game eventually. Or get close. It was a confusing as hell experience for me. 2003 is also crazy. I could pick any one of these. I have not fully played Max Payne 2. I've definitely touched it and seen it, but I do not remember anything about the story. I don't know if it's better than the first game. It's something I will be streaming eventually. So Cover 2 is amazing. I love that game. I will play it until I die. Silent Hill 3 is probably the most impressive PS2 game ever made. Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, incredible. I love WarioWare, so I chose WarioWare. Fire Emblem's not really something. GBA is not really something I got into as a kid, which I definitely would have if somebody bought it for me, and I knew about it. I only played Metroid Prime last year as a remaster, and it's a masterpiece. It's one of the games that holds up the best. I really hope they remaster Prime 2 next, because if they remove some of those fucking temple keys, we will be GOAT, dude. Metroid Prime 2 is perfect, except the fact that it's the fetch quest, the curse of the GameCube fetch quest is insane in that game. It's like turned up to 11. It's insanity. It's designed to waste your time, and it drove me bonkers when I replayed it. It's worse than the artifact collecting. Somehow. Ikaruga is such a mean game. I've heard. Now, if I were a better person, I would probably pick Morrowind or Ikaruga over Wind Waker, but I have a soft spot for Wind Waker. I love the sense of adventure. Playing as a kid was like, I don't think the Wind Waker temples are very amazing. It's probably one of the Zelda games that doesn't hold up quite as well as the others, but I still love it. It's got a special place in my heart. But yeah, those are my 2003 picks. I'm going to take forever getting through these, I swear. 2004, I mean, you could change. 2004 was also a cracked year. Tweaked out of its mind. I recently played Metal Gear Solid 3 for the first time. Well, I've been around people playing Metal Gear Solid 3, but I never really finished it myself. It is so impressive. I don't know if I prefer 2 or 3 over still. I think I prefer 2 because I like how insane the story is. But 3 is amazing. See Nocturne above them all. No, that's a mean game. Yeah. Nocturne. I haven't fully finished Nocturne, I'll admit, but I have a feeling I'm gonna love it more than other games on this list. I'll help to replay these games, so I want to play Fire Emblem on stream. Too many games, man. Half-Life 2. It's really hard for me to pick, but I think I like Metal Gear Solid 3 over Half-Life 2. It's really, really tough. The gameplay variety, but the physics and Half-Life 2 is just so ahead of its time. Set piece moments so ahead of its time. Storytelling, presentation so ahead of its time. I think, honestly, I was just kind of surprised when I replayed Half-Life 2. I was like, I think I prefer a level variety of Half-Life 1. Half-Life 2 is a lot of just running around in cities and buildings. Half-Life 1 goes places more than Half-Life 2, but its presentation and everything is just so impressive. It's so good. It's more real. It's more realistic, I guess, but realism's not better. Halo 2, I remember picking up Halo 2 at Kmart in my small town. I remember playing through half the game in one sitting, if not more. I probably beat it in one sitting, who knows. I even replayed it when my dad got home. I couldn't wait for my dad to get home. Hollow Knight, my beloved. I love exploring the full world most. Yeah, I like 3D environments and exploration a lot. I value good world design and 3D levels. 2005, Resident Evil 4. Hands down. I'm gonna be playing that. I'd probably replay that game 100 times before I die. It just holds up. DMC3 I just played for the first time recently, last year. Well, no, it was this year. It's almost last year. Awesome video game. Oh, it holds up really well. Boss Rush, not so much. But you can clear through. It's a hard ass game. It will push you down and force you to learn, and I love it. Ace Attorney would have been a great pick, but I haven't really played it. Sub 4 is good, but I don't think it's even among my top 3 civs, if I'm being honest. I never really did play it with the expansions. I had just the base game. Kingdom Hearts 2... I like Kingdom Hearts 2, but it's not gonna crack these 3. Speaking of random Capcom titles, Onimusha coming back. There's turbo hype. Yeah, that's so cool. I'm so happy for all the Oni fans, because I bought that game, but I haven't really played it, and it looks cool, and maybe I played it back in the day. Let me look at it, because a lot of times back in the day, I had an Xbox, so it wouldn't surprise me if I played it. But I rent a lot of games. I don't think I have played it, but it wouldn't surprise me. But Okami sequel, I'm ecstatic. 2006. I want to pick Oblivion so bad, but going back to Oblivion is so funny. The game is so unintentionally funny. I can't stop laughing at Oblivion and how I took it seriously. Incoming before Capcom brings back God Hand. God, I hope. We have more hope than we ever had before to have a God Hand sequel. I want to play God Hand on stream. And it would technically be kind of the first time. Wii Sports is a crazy listing. Wii Sports is... It made everybody buy a Wii. 100+ million Wiis. Everyone's going to have Wii Sports. Of course, it was bundled with it, but that was basically the reason why anyone would buy a Wii. There wasn't a lot. I think I would probably, if it were my list, I probably would have took off Dwarf Fortress and put on Gears of War. Because just by personal preference, but Dwarf Fortress influenced a lot of certain style of games we have today. So I can see why it was put on. I would also maybe remove, I don't know, it's just so hard. 2006 had a lot of good stuff. I think Twilight Princess is the better game over Okami. Okami has a lot of fluff, and the combat's not amazing. It's fun. It's good. I like Okami. Okami is a masterclass in art design, but as a video game, there's a lot of time wasting. It's not a perfect video game, and Twilight Princess is not perfect either. But I like Twilight Princess a lot, and I think it's very replayable, and it has very fun dungeons, and it's a more polished Ocarina of Time experience. I like Wolf Link, of course, because I'm a goddamn furry. Dwarf Fortress 2006 is not later Dwarf Fortress 2. Yeah, it's the old Dwarf Fortress. 2007, Portal, Halo 3, Mass Effect. I debated this really hard, because my pick would be Halo 3 at the time, for sure. But I feel like Mass Effect ages decently. 2007's a messed up year, dude. Not picking Call of Duty on my list that changed matchmaking forever. Online death matches and everything. Portal, Galaxy, Bioshock. Bioshock would probably be on my favorite game of that year over Halo 3, maybe. Halo 3 is the most hype I've ever been in my life, probably. But Mass Effect just hits me in emotionally. Despite all the bad stuff that's happened after Mass Effect, I love Mass Effect more, I think. It was very tough for me to pick. Mass Effect's questing, mission structure. It's not a perfect game, for sure. It's got flaws, and it does not play amazingly, but I love the characters, the universe it spawns. The music is exceptional. It makes me emotional every time I play it. Portal is outstanding experience. Are you still there? Portal's a core memory to me. Portal's still good. It's still amazing. It's really hard not to pick one in all of these. 2007 was ridiculous. 2008, I didn't get more Warcraft. I didn't have high-speed internet access until like 2010-ish. So I never got into World of Warcraft. I tried to playing Cataclysm, and I was just like, this is the hype? This is what everybody lost their minds over? Because I was a dumb kid, I didn't really understand. I like Persona 4 a lot. I could probably replace and change out MGS4 with Persona 4 if I wanted to. Little Big Planet I like a lot. And Grand Theft Auto 4 I like a lot. I just don't like playing Grand Theft Auto 4. I like its story and characters the most, but it's like the worst playing GTA game. In my humble opinion. The cars drive like shit. And it's kind of on purpose. But I don't know. It was hard for me to get through GTA 4 by the time I got to it. I did not have the best time with it. 2009 was a messed up year. I wanted to put Left 4 Dead 2 as my favorite game of the year so bad, but I love Uncharted 2. Love it. And Batman Arkham Asylum, I love that arguably more than City. Slightly. But City is obviously technically better. Bayonetta. Not picking Bayonetta was also like making me shrivel up and die. 2010, Mass Effect 2, of course. Better experience than Mass Effect 1 gameplay-wise, and it added so many goddamn new characters that were amazing and unforgettable experience. I wanted to pick New Vegas over Mass Effect 2 really, really bad, but New Vegas, I feel like if the game was just made in a better engine, or like my initial impressions of New Vegas were really poor because I didn't have internet access for patches until like a month or two later. So that game was actually unplayable for me until I got patches because it would crash constantly. I tried to, get through the crashes and keep playing it. It just was not possible. It just wasn't possible. Even more than 3. 3 crashed on me all the damn time. But that was the era of having no internet. So I just like those 2 games, Fallout 3 and New Vegas, were just actually unplayable. I would have frequent locked load screens in New Vegas. I would have frequent glitching out of the sky. The engines had a lot of issues. And Red Dead Redemption is something I didn't love initially, but as time grew, yeah. Oh my god. Oh, whoa. Is my alerts gonna go off? Are my alerts gonna go off? I guess not. Oh, you know what? I think it's because I'm not on my gameplay. Oh my god. Hi, Kiona. Hi, guys. Sorry my alerts didn't go off. I forgot to put them on my sources for the stream start. I usually, am playing like this, but I'm talking about my Game of the Year stuff over the years. Did you have fun playing Genshin? Can you bear this raid? Bear attack. But yeah, I am talking about all my through the decades, my friends put together Game of the Years of each year. So from 99, I compiled this list last night. I'm being mauled to death. I'm enjoying your time. I'm glad. Thank you, Holix. Thank you, Clayton. I need to add my alert thing right now before too many things happen. I don't think I can do that though. I haven't done that in a while. Don't even remember where it's. Oh, alert box. Add source. Okay, here we go. Fucking finally. Hello everybody. Hope you're doing well. Let me turn on the music a little bit higher. If you're any curious about any years of my favorite video games, I can tell you real quick. Hey, Glitzy! Hi, Random Pla. Draken, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the raid, Kiona. Appreciate it a lot. Work's been a lot on me, and I decided not to go today or yesterday. I might get in trouble, but I don't care. Let me shout you out real quick. There you go. If you want some cozy streams and some batshit insanity talk sometimes, go follow Kiona. If you're new here. She has a wonderful model. And you will most definitely be entertained when watching a Kiona stream, for sure. I'm going to be playing Half-Life after Half-Life Episode 1, after I was going through this list of video games of the years. Real quickly, I'm going to tell you 89, Tetris, Mother 3, Mega Man 2 were my picks. 90, Super Mario World, F-Zero, Mega Man 3. 91, Link to the Past, FF4, and Castlevania 4. 92, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Shin Megami Tensei, and Dragon Quest V. I chose 5 over Final Fantasy because Dragon Quest V spawned Pokemon and influenced Pokemon. We started the monster collecting madness. Same with Shin Megami Tensei. But Megami Tensei was around a lot longer. So, collecting demons. Behold, my demons! 93, Doom, Mega Man X, Mist. I feel so bad that my alerts didn't go off. Because I didn't have them. I almost never, stay on my stream start. Being mauled to death. Help. Surprise. But thank you for following. I play a lot of different stuff on this channel. I've been playing Oblivion, for example. I've been playing Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. I'm going to be playing Half-Life 2, Episode 1 and 2, very soon. And yeah, I like playing incredible games a lot. I played Doom Legacy of Rust. I played Nintendo games. Sony, Xbox. I don't discriminate, except Xbox is on my bad side. It's on my shit list now. They're not doing so hot. Doom's my 93, Mega Man X, Mist. 93 is a good year. 94 is my favorite year. Loved it. Earthbound came out, Super Metroid. Speaking of Earthbound, the song just came on. And of course, if I didn't already say it, Alert Clayton, thank you for the follow. It's so nice to see you guys. Did anything impactful happen while I was gone? Water. Did you guys get into some insane? Yo, is that an Azrael emote? Oh shit. For anybody just joining, if you're still here, I made some emotes actually. I drew them with my own hands. I got a year days, a nosebleed, a thumbs up, a smile. I made these emotes. And we just got some new emotes today from Kipes. These two. And I got this art from the artist that made Tadashi. She helped me make Tadashi happen. And we got a little Merry Christmas theme. And of course, if you're not already following my Discord, I'm there. Occasionally. I'm a very busy person, so I don't get to post as much as I like. But if you want, you can join. It's kind of anarchy in there. A little bit. It's whatever happens. But 94, of course. It's interchangeable for me with Earthbound and Super Metroid. Sonic 3 and Knuckles is amazing. 95 is my Chrono Trigger is the best game, one of the best games ever. Top 10, probably. I mean, it's Chrono Trigger. Yoshi's Island, Donkey Kong Country 2, 96 is Mario 64, Pokemon, Quake for me. I played Quake when I was like 5 years old, guys. I should not have been playing Quake. Maybe even younger. Maybe even like 4 to 6. I remember getting on the computer and being terrified by Quake, like shaking. I would need an adult. I would constantly ask my grandpa and any loved one to just sit in there while I play Quake because I was too scared. I was too scared of it. Quake is scary. Quake 1 was scary. Look at this shit. That's why. Why is there a physical whatever? Good enough. Good enough. It looks scary. Of course, if I play it now, I'm like, this isn't that scary. But it was dark, very gothic horror. And I was playing it when I was like 2. Hey DJ. Hey DJ. How you doing? 5-year-old has good taste. Exactly. I was born in it. I was born in all these video games in the 90s. Like, everybody around me was playing video games. Everybody I knew, we did. My cousin had, like, everything. My uncle had a PC. My cousin had Super Nintendo and Sony. My dad would have Xbox. My other cousin would have Xbox. We all just played video games over and over. Just anything we could get our hands on. I'm just constantly impressed by how much I played as a kid. I wouldn't finish these games as a kid, but I played them. 97, FF7. One of the best JRPGs made for us. It's the most important video game of 97. GoldenEye, Fallout, 98, of course, Ocarina of Time for me. I love exploring that world so much. Half-Life is incredible. Metal Gear Solid still holds up amazingly well, despite its rough around the edges. Third Strike, Pokemon, System Shock 2. Not a year that I cared about too much, but Third Strike's amazing, of course. 2000, Majora's Mask, of course. I'm a Zelda person. Just always has been. Always will be. Zelda's one of those games where I'm just like, this is why I play video games. The Ocarina of Time. As a kid, I was like, why do I play video games? I play video games because Ocarina of Time is one of the best games ever made. So, even if it is an overrated pick. Diablo 2, Deus Ex, Silent Hill 2, 2001, Silent Hill 2, Metal Gear Solid 2, Halo Combat Evolved, Ocarina mid, fight me, get out of here, Glizzy, you're banned, you're being timed out. God, season. Remember the final boss of PlayStation 1 Spider game used to skittish. I would love to play Spider-Man 1 on PS1 on stream eventually. 2002, Metroid Prime holds up even today. Holds up. It's polished, smooth experience. Resident Evil Remake is still one of the best remakes. Still one of the best remakes. And it came out in 2002. Wind Waker is my pick, because I'm a Zelda person, of course. Silent Hill 3 is the most impressive PS2 game I've ever played. Nocturne, WarioWare, 2004, Snake Eater, Half-Life 2, Halo 2. I'm trying to get through these because I've been talking about it for like 40 minutes now. Oh no, it's an hour. Resident Evil 4, Devil May Cry 3, and Colossus for 2005. Some of those games I haven't played until recently, but Resident Evil 4 I will play until I die. I will probably play that game every year. Dreamcast version of Spider-Man 2000's way to go. Really? I didn't even realize there was a Dreamcast version. And of course, it's really hard not to pick Oblivion. I have a soft spot for Oblivion, but I'm picking Mother 3. Mother 3 is one of the most emotional games you'll ever play in your life. Funny, hilarious, well-polished RPG. You should play Mother 3 if you haven't. Same with Earthbound. You will appreciate Mother 3 more if you play Earthbound, but you can play Mother 3 and not be too affected. There's a moment towards the end of Mother 3 that's just the most series worship. Mother 3's so goddamn good. And it's a GBA game. Mass Effect, Halo 3 could be interchangeable to me. Portal. 2007 is nuts. Persona 4, Guns of Patriots, Little Big Planet, 2008. Uncharted, Left 4 Dead 2, and Batman for 2009. Batman. When that dropped, dude, that was just so fun to play. And I would pick New Vegas over Mass Effect 2, but my initial impressions were really, really bad. Because I didn't have patches. I didn't have day one patches to play New Vegas. And it crashed on me, and I played the Dead Money DLC, and that broke on me, and I couldn't do anything. New Vegas was a train wreck. It was a train wreck. But I love it. I love it so much. Even still. Dark Souls, Portal 2, we're finally getting to the new territory, 2007. You can tell how games change after 2010. Like, after 2010, video games changed forever. The indies start replacing the AAAs. Dark Souls, Portal 2, and Batman Arkham City. I want to put all three of these in, like, the best. You could pick Minecraft. I'm not really a Minecraft person. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is amazing. Hard year. 2012 is when my taste started changing a lot. I didn't really finish Spec Ops: The Line, so I know it gets emotional, but it's not really my favorite video game. Journey, Walking Dead made me cry. Season 1 made me cry. It will probably still make me cry if I play it again. Xenoblade Chronicles. I wanted to pick Uprising so bad over Chronicles, but I really like Chronicles. Xenoblade Chronicles is good. I don't know if it's my favorite amongst my favorite JRPGs, but I like it. The Last of Us can make you cry in 15 minutes. I love The Last of Us. I like survival horror in general, so it makes sense. I like the story of it. I like the gameplay of it. I like it's a very polished experience. I like Naughty Dog a lot, but obviously people have their opinions on those games. Dark Souls, Minecraft, Wombo combo is seismic shift. It's insane. You'd see, it's insane. And Fire Emblem Awakening is a really, really incredible game. So you could pick Stanley Parable and GTA 5 all you want. I fucking love SMT4. SMT4 is goated. It's so goated. I need to finish it completely. 2014. Every year passes, and I appreciate Wolfenstein: The New Order more and more over time. Just love that game. I want to pick Tropical Freeze of my favorite all time, but Wolfenstein has fake German Nazi beetles. Like, the world building in Wolfenstein alt history stuff is insane. And what's included in The New Order is bonkers for its world building and character. It makes you care about a story in a first-person shooter. It's like genuinely care about these characters and where it's gonna go, and shooting Nazis, of course. But Wolfenstein has fake bands of existing bands within just the parody. Like the Beach Boys, there's a Nazi Germany version of the Beach Boys. It's insane. It's insane. Tropical Freeze is like the best platformer, 2D platformer. Changed my mind. You can't. Shovel Knight. As much as I love horror and what PT has done, it's very influential for what it did. I didn't really buy into it as a lot of other people did. I mean, there's stuff, it's very impactful video game, but it's kind of ultimately just a tech demo? I don't know. But it's the best playable teaser you'll ever experience. I like Shovel Knight a lot, though. I think it's a very good game. Very insanely fun. I could probably replace Shovel Knight with PT, honestly. I think I probably will. It's so hard. Of course, Undertale's gonna win 2015. What are you, stupid? What are you, stupid? Undertale. I wasn't that on board with Undertale. Believe it or not, I was not that big on it when it released. But the more and more people around me that got into it, the more art I saw, the more songs I listened to. Undertale's more of an experience that you go through and feel the motion of. The characters are just so fun, charming. The gameplay is, you don't even have to play the game. You can just you just talk to people and make friends. Friends is your gameplay. Where did I put my glasses? My glasses wiper. They fogged up. I didn't really play Phantom Pain, but I would probably really like it. Bloodborne, I watched people play more of, and I played a little bit of it myself. It's really fun. And The Witcher 3, I know a lot about it. I didn't really play it. I want to play it, but it's a massive video game. I picked it. Rocket League's amazing. Beginner's Guide is something I forgot about until last night, but I remember that being incredible. It's a good one. It's a good one. 2016, I also wasn't big on Doom. Like, when Doom and Wolfenstein New Order dropped, like, I stopped, at that point in time, I had stopped caring about single-player shooters because they were just not good. And then I played those, and I was like, damn it, been missing out. Beginner Guys actually peak. So true. Like, I will probably have to replay that on stream, because I don't remember a lot from it. But I think I watched the Best Friends play it back in the day. Return to Wolfenstein Castle is really good. Is that the Xbox one? I think. Yeah, it's pretty good. Titanfall 2, I played so much Titanfall 2 when it dropped. I want to pick Overwatch. If you told me back in 2016, Overwatch would be my pick of the year. But as time goes by, Overwatch rots in a corpse pile, and Titanfall 2 just gets better and better. I could boot up Titanfall 2 right now and play the multiplayer and still have a good time. Even if I'm losing in Titanfall 2, I'm having a good time. This game's so badass. Doom is, you could switch Doom and Titanfall 2 around, honestly. I love Overwatch. I still like Overwatch. It's just not the same, though. Titanfall 2 over Doom's respectable opinion. It's got a good single player. I can't speak for Doom's multiplayer, but it's good. 2017, Breath of the Wild, of course. It's really that surprising to you? I don't think Breath of the Wild is like the best of Zelda, but it can't be understated, like, the amount of creativity and, like, exploration based and just fiddling around with the physics of Breath of the Wild. Tears of the Kingdom improved upon it pretty heavily, in my opinion. Breath of the Wild's... I'd probably say Breath of the Wild's a little overrated. It's not my favorite Zelda, but I just love it so much. I just love it. And I actually don't like Hollow Knight as much as a lot of other people. I played it. It's very respectable and very long game and very hard one, but it's not... I don't know. I just like Metroid more. Hollow Knight's good. It's a good game. Nier Automata can make you cry if you just listen to 10 seconds of one song. Persona 5 probably would have been in first place, but this isn't the royal version, so I don't care. For that opinion, you must die. Which one? Which one? I'm saying a lot of opinions. Yakuza 0 is also incredible. I would pick that. Hollow Knight is peak. Oh, I'm not saying it's not peak. It just never resonated with me. I like it. I love it. But I don't like love it, you know? I'm not about to go get a tattoo of it. 2018, Red Dead Redemption 2 is not something I finished. I want to play it more and more with each passing day. 2018 is when I kind of like fell off. 2017 and 2018 is when I kind of started like falling off and keeping up with games. Mental health decline was really, really bad. So I didn't play a lot of these at launch. Except for Ultimate, of course. But I fucking love Monster Hunter World. when Monster Hunter World dropped, I was all over that. I lost my life to it. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm changing it. I'm changing it. I like God of Wars. Like, when I came to God of War, I like it a lot. I like God of War, period, but the reboot seemed like it did a really good job. Smash Bros. Ultimate. Yeah, I know. Can you believe Smash Bros. Ultimate was 2018? It was December, but it was 18. I had a really shitty job in 2018. That's also the reason why. When you go soon, I'm going to ping you at Christmas. Ping me with Christmas. Please! Peg me. Peg me with Christmas. 2019 is when I really got into, like, Final Fantasy XIV finally. And experienced peak story. Shadowbringers' content is probably the best of Final Fantasy XIV. Its world that it goes into is what exactly what I wanted from Final Fantasy and from MMO. Resident Evil 2 remakes, outstanding, but I'm gonna pick Death Stranding and Outer Worlds. I don't know. Sometimes I wanna pick. I like Outer Wilds a lot, but I think these two are kind of interchangeable. 2020, I never played Half-Life Alyx. I didn't watch anything of Half-Life. Not really watch it. So it's probably really good. I touched 13 Sentinels, and I probably will name that one of my best games ever when I do finish it. Doom Eternal was something I beat in 2 sittings. So, yeah. Doom Eternal, dude. Doom Eternal forever. Hades, incredible. Didn't play Kentucky Route Zero or Like a Dragon yet, or Half-Life Alyx, so I can't say too much. 2021 had Rise at Endwalker and It Takes Two. Strange picks. I would have put Metroid Dread on here over this, and Psychonauts 2 probably would have been over some of these. I need to put this on my wish list real quick because I forgot about it. So yeah, a lot of good indie games came out. Oh, I can get this game for like $2 right now. Alright. 2022, Signalis. Incredible. I like it more than Elden Ring. I don't care. Fight me. Fight me! Tunic. Also incredible. Vampire Survivors is Vampire Survivors. Didn't play Pentiment or Immortality. Can't speak on those. Elden Ring is impressive in so many ways, but I'm going to pick Signalis because I think that game's going to age the best. 2023 really hurt me because Alan Wake 2, obviously, is my first pick. Tears of the Kingdom, second. I would probably pick Baldur's Gate 3 if I had played it. And I wanted to pick Pizza Tower so bad, but I went with Hi-Fi Rush instead. So, anyway, that's the the Game of Year talks. Yeah, still got a lot of games to catch up on. Still got a lot of games. Game Awards. Let's talk about the Game Awards real quick. Since that was the 10th anniversary of the shit show that is the Game Awards. The winners! View all categories. Game of the Year was... My pick would have been Metaphor. Astrobot 1, because I don't know. It seems like it's pretty good. Balatcho probably also deserved it. Shadow of Erdtree, probably not so much. Best game direction, Astrobot. I almost won our so my friends and I have a game we play where we pick the predictions of who's gonna win, and we tally the points, take shots, and of course, if whoever wins the most points gets a game bot for them, essentially. I didn't win. I was so close. I was like 1 or 2 points away. I had some left field picks that I didn't get to win. Best narrative. Of course, it's going to be Metaphor. I would have picked Silent Hill 2, but it's also an old game, so it's kind of like... I definitely would have given Silent Hill 2 audio design. Metaphor won the best art. I mean, look at it. It's fucking Metaphor. Best score should have gone to Silent Hill 2, in my humble opinion. Audio design, for sure, Silent Hill 2. I think 7 deserves the best score pick, because there's so many amazing tracks, but it's enormous. Don't care. More accessibility. So yeah, probably my game of the year pick. I don't know. I probably would have really enjoyed Astrobot. I haven't played Balatro or Shadow of Erdtree yet, but I have played Rebirth and ReFantasio. Too many long games. Anyway, I'm gonna end the recording and start playing Half-Life 2 finally. Thanks for sitting in here and listening to me rant for like 10 hours. Oh my god. My playlist went by so fast. I started from the beginning. But yeah. You wanna play Half-Life 2 with me? Let's play some Half-Life 2.